One of the worst feelings to me is feeling like I'm stuck. Like I know that there's something coming through me. I know that there's an energy. I know that there's something I want to do, but it feels blocked in me. And it's during those times I just kind of take a deep breath and I sit with that part of me. And it's so beautiful because that energy that comes up to the surface, it's coming from past experiences. It's coming from something in our nervous system that's showing us that something isn't right inside. And most often it happens during a situation where we're attempting something new, or we're going back into a situation where we may have been hurt or something like that. And what happens is a protective mechanism. Our body shuts down, our body kind of closes. It just says, no, I'm not going there. And you know what's beautiful is we can work through this. And it all starts with loving. Everything for me is about loving, and it's about breathing into that space and being with that part of us and saying, you know what, I feel you. And understanding that it's not just loving, not just like saying a new affirmation and try to deny how we're feeling and try to cover up that shame, that guilt, that hurt, that pain, or whatever. It's going into that. And a lot of people don't want to do that. A lot of people just want to say an affirmation and try to feel better. But what does feeling better actually mean? Why is it not okay for us to hurt? Why is it not okay for us to feel pain? Why is any of those feelings not okay? It's because what we say it means about ourselves when we're feeling that way. What if we just embraced and said, you know what, right now I'm hurting? And not make a judgment about or anything, and just hold ourselves, because that's all that energy wants. That's all our little kid wanted when that instance happened, or that's all our adult self wanted when that instance happened. And at the bottom of it all, we just want to be loved. When we're feeling loved, I don't know about you, but when I'm in love, like living in the love, like I feel invincible. I can do anything. It's like I'm not worried so much about perceiving what other people think of me or any of that. I'm just happy and going with the flow of my loving energy. And a lot of people think they need somebody to feel that love. And a lot of times people can activate that, but they're not doing that. They're just activating the love inside of us because of either what we're saying it means about them, or how they're treating us. It activates a love inside of us. A part of us just feels, I can relax now. I'm with somebody who's safe, and a lot of times that's all that we need. But the most important thing is to learn how to be safe with ourselves. The most important thing is to embrace the loving that's already flowing through us. We talk about self-love, but what is self-love? It's opening to the love. There's so much talk around boundaries these days, and to me, love doesn't have boundaries. We don't really need boundaries. I would encourage anybody who's listening to change the word boundaries to expressing my needs. Is saying, hey, you know what? I would appreciate da 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 to the other person, or no, that doesn't work for me. Thank you for asking. Or you know what? I can't be around this right now because it really hurts me. And I need to take a step back and see what's going on inside of me, because nobody could actually hurt us. Their behaviors, unless they're physically hurting you, get out of there, But this whole idea with boundaries, I don't know. I mean, I see it differently, and I am not one to set boundaries. I am one to ask for what I need. I am to that people know that, hey, that's okay, not okay with me, or something like that. Fortunately, I don't really have to say that much anymore, which is a good thing. Usually, I'm around people who really respect me and honor me and treat me in the ways that I deserve to be treated. So we teach people how we want to be treated. And for me, growing up, that wasn't okay. It wasn't okay for me to ask for my needs. It wasn't okay for me to say how I felt. Nothing was okay about anything that I did, so I shut down. And now when I find myself going in that situation, those types of situations, sometimes that same energy comes up, which is that blockage. It's only an energy that's wanting to keep me safe. Again, I go into that energy, I hold myself, I remind myself that I'm okay. I ask that energy to reveal to me what it's believing is true, where it bought into this misunderstanding. I'm usually guided back to that experience, and I'm able to heal it at that level. A lot of times, whatever's happening today is what had happened before, so we don't necessarily have to go back there. But sometimes it helps, because that little child is wanting to be safe, is wanting to be held, is wanting to be loved. That little child needs to know that everything's okay. The little child wants to be parented in a way that it wasn't parented. The little child, our inner child, is who is running the show. And they're saying, hey, mommy, I don't feel safe right now. Can you hold me? Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself by just thinking another thought. It's like telling a little child, shut up, I'm just going to think this better thought, and you just go over here and exactly what our parents told us, right? Put a smile on your face if you're crying, stop crying or whatever. I'm just kind of talking about my childhood, but I'm sure a lot of people have experienced that too. Embrace your little child, inner child. I say little child, inner child is the same thing. For me, I talk about that a lot, with my clients and with everybody, and for a while I kind of let go and I forgot, hey, you know what? I mean, I had little Debra, but I wasn't checking in with her every day, and I started doing that again, and I can only tell you how much better I feel. I have her picture right here. Her picture is on my desk when I do my writings in the morning. I ask her how she's feeling. She actually does a lot of my writings through me. I feel into her energy. This little being is wise. She's smart. She's funny. She doesn't have any fear of expressing. She expresses exactly how she feels. And a lot of times, if you read my posts, I do too. I'm tapping into the energy of her and actually me, who has become more free from fear of people judging me. And it's so freeing to live this way. So I invite you, anytime you feel stuck, anytime you feel that dark energy, anytime you feel anything inside of you that's off, take a breath, stop, relax, don't judge yourself. You're not doing anything wrong. There's anything wrong with you if that's happening either. There's just a part of you trying to get your attention, is asking for love, is saying, please love me. I don't know how to deal with this situation right now. I don't feel safe moving into this situation. I have something going on inside of me that I just want to be acknowledged and loved. Can you do that? Because that's really the part that's going to help you move forward more easily and actually. And who really cares about moving forward? Care about now. Care about the journey now. See what's in your life today to be grateful for. Because as long as we're looking out there, we're not embracing what's coming through us right now. We're not actually living in the moment. And that's where the magic happens. That's where the gifts happen. That's where the beauty happens. Our minds like to take us on tangents into the past or the future because it's a protective mechanism. It protects us from being here. So I invite you to don't get mad at your mind. Just say, hey, mind, you know what, right now, let's just come back to here. Invite all parts of you into that, because anytime we're fighting against a part of ourselves, we become fragmented. Anytime we're even fighting against another person, because that is an aspect of ourselves being projected onto that other person, we become fragmented. We want to be whole. We want to be whole. When we're whole, our energy is more complete and we're able to move with go more easily on our life flow. Well, I would say flow more easily on our life journey. Sometimes the energy comes really fast and I get kind of convoluted in words, but I think you feel what I'm saying. And I hope this video inspired you in one way or another, because you really deserve to be free. We all deserve to be free. We all deserve to be loved. We all deserve to feel love flowing through our body glove and experience more peace, joy, harmony, abundance as we move along this life journey. So I hope this video inspired you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 ways or another. I know you can do this if you choose. I believe in you and I love you.